Hey, let's talk about Tom Tiffany, the latest entrant into the race.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess dismissed Brett Hulsey, but the latest major entrant into the race, Tom Tiffany. I know you went up and talked to Tom Tiffany. Your impressions of Tom Tiffany and what he does to the dynamic of the Republican primary.
So I think he changes it, at least in the Republican primary. Someone asked me, does he become the front runner here? And I think by name recognition, he has that edge, right? He's a more familiar name, certainly within the Republican circles. He's also a well-known ally of President Trump. Now, the others will also declare the same thing, but he's got a record of that, right? He's got more, he's been out there on the campaign trail for him because of his congressional seat, the votes he has taken. And certainly, and this is one of the things I've asked him, because there's been some reporting on this, whether he asked Trump for an endorsement and didn't get it, or, has he had that conversation with him? And what I got from him on that particular issue is that, and I'm trying to find where it went here. But
we got that he spoke to him in August.
Yeah, so I said, hey, have you asked him for an endorsement to run for governor? And he says, I haven't asked him directly. So they've talked about it, and he said he talked about it when Governor Evers initially decided he was not going to seek a third term. But clearly, he knows there's a friendship and a bond there. And the question is, so I said, do you want his endorsement, and will you ask for it? And he says, of course he would accept it. And any Republican in this particular position would, and that clearly would give him front runner status going into a primary. Now, we saw President Trump has done this before in primaries. He certainly did it with Tim Michels, but it doesn't necessarily have that bigger of an impact so far in a general election.
Right, his candidates haven't always won.
Correct.
The people who he's gotten behind.
Yeah, so it's going to be sort of fascinating to watch that. And we haven't seen any polling yet or any early numbers. The other thing is that I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I think when you compare his resume to all the other candidates, no one can say they are a damn tender.
What's a dam tender?
He's been a dam tender for 29 years.
A dam like a water dam?
Right.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I did not know that. Wow.
So,
really?
Yeah. So I've got to, poke fun.
How many votes does that get you?
He says he's the damn man now. So
he is the damn man.
And so, where he's up in northern Wisconsin, he was in the managing of some rivers up there. So he was a damn tender. He's got it on his resume.
He didn't mention that today. He was talking about a dairy farm and all that stuff.
Yeah, and so
raising kids in the Northwoods.
But, his background also includes in Wisconsin. He was in the state assembly, state senate. Yeah. So he's worked, some time here as a politician, a state lawmaker, and now a member of Congress. So he'll bring all of that, to voters and see how it goes.
So I asked him about Josh Kaul, who has not announced a run yet. And I said, would that be a big challenge for you? And Tom Tiffany said, absolutely. That's a big name recognition statewide.
Yeah, so I think that's what we're sort of waiting to see here. We're seeing a number of names on the Democratic side. I think there's more, some of the familiar names, at least people who are in office, state assembly, state senate.
When I hear Hong, I'm like, who's that? You know?
Francesca, right? And Kelda Roys, who ran the last time when Evers was on the ballot in 2018. Obviously, here at home, we have the county executive. But everybody's saying, what's up with Josh Kaul? Because he could clearly make an immediate and a big difference in that Democratic primary. I think once you settle on who those two candidates are, it all falls within the political lens, the political context we see of a very close state. And I don't see anything right now that would suggest this will not be what we have seen in the past, another close
When
election.
does Kaul have to decide by?
I think he gets more leeway. He's got a state organization already. He knows where he can go raise money. Us in the media, we always talk about, politics and things. It was always interesting with Senator Ron Johnson, because Johnson was never a guy to, I'm rushing into this. And the conversations we had leading up to 2022, even I believe in March or April of 2022, if my memory serves me right, he wasn't like he was all in yet. Nobody was thinking he wasn't going to run because nobody else jumped in. But he feels like these cycles are long enough as they are.
Yeah, and they are long.
Right. So I think Kaul has time, but people are clearly looking for what is the signal, because it could change also the Attorney General's race and other key things.
You know, what's really interesting is he's been so staunch on abortion rights.
He being?
Call.
Okay.
And Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin is soon going to pause abortions with the federal law that's about to take effect. Do you think that Call is trying to time it, you know, with the abortion movement?
I think abortion is going to be an issue, as it always has been in our state elections for the last couple of years. And Tiffany has been, people have been trying to pin him down, as I did as well. You know, as a member of Congress, I think he co-sponsored something around a 6-week restrictions after 6 weeks. But as a state lawmaker, he voted what is the current law right now, which is 20 weeks. And so when I asked him about that, he says that's where the state is. And I said, do you plan to add any restriction or reduce that? And he says he is satisfied with the current law as it stands.
All right, we've really got only a minute. How much does it matter that Donald Trump did not want him apparently to do this? Slim margins in the House. Are there chance that district flips?
I looked at the numbers. I think Tiffany might have gotten 63% of the vote.
That's a big number.
It's a big number, and maybe the only other district that's that big on a Republican side would be the fifth with former Sensenbrenner's seat now, and I'm staring at his face, trying to remember his name. But yeah, so that would be it is a safe seat. Scott Fitzgerald is
sorry. And we didn't help you much.
Yeah, but that seat would be safe. This seat would be safe. So if you were telling me it's in the districts of Van Orden or even Style, who's had some comfortable leads in Wisconsin terms. So I think that
seat is safe. He said on the phone that he got about 60% of the vote. Not that the next person would, but he thinks that it would be safe.
Anytime you have an open seat, you have an unknown, right? You don't know what it will look like. And he did talk about that with me the first time around when he was out at State Fair. But he must have settled that issue to come to this conclusion.
TMJ4 Chief Political Reporter Charles Benson. Good to have you back, Charles.
Great to be here.